Hello, this is Ashraf. Today, I will show you the different lens units you can use in CSS language. Lens units are used to set a values to the dimension properties like width, height, padding, margin, font size, etc. Let us see the following example. I will create a division and style it by setting its background color to say pink, its height say 200 pixel. It is a block element, so it will fill all the screen. Its width say 400 pixel. I can also center it horizontally by setting its margin to auto. Important note here, there is no space between the unit and its value. So if I by accident add space here, this doesn't work. So be careful. Lens unit are divided into two main categories: the absolute unit and relative units. Absolute like pixel, point, inch, centimeter, millimeter, and picas. Relative like percentage, viewport height, viewport width, V maximum, V minimum, element, and root element. Absolute units are fixed and doesn't change with different screen size. It is recommended when you know exactly the output media, like you design a printer report. Relative units are adaptive and scaled with the output media. It is recommended to use when you design a responsive website. Let us see the following example. I create two divisions. The first one, I use an absolute unit to set its width to 400 pixel. The second one, I use a relative unit, a percentage, and set its width to 50% of the screen size. Let us see it in the live server. So this is a fixed length, will be always 400 pixel. This is 50% of the screen size. If I check it or inspect it, this my page on iPhone or in Galaxy or even Android. Okay, if I make it responsive, okay, here this is a fixed length, the first division. This another one is a relative unit, so it is adapt with the screen width. If I lower the screen width, so the first one always fixed length. The second one is it changing with the screen width. So the fixed units are better to use when you are know exactly the output unit, and the relative unit is better to use when you are designing a responsive website. The screen size are divided into the following range. The extra small one, its width is less than 5, 6, 7 pixel, like smartwatch. The small one, the width is between 567 and 768 like smartphone, medium screen like tablet, large screen like laptop, X large like desktop, and double X like the TV. Here, a different division with different fixed lengths. Absolute unit 1 inch equal 96 pixel, 72 point 2.54 centimeter to 5.4 millimeter or 6 picas. Second type is the relative units. Percentage is relative to the parent element. Here, I make a two-nested division. The outer one, its width will be 50% of the screen. The inner one will be 50% of its parent. View width and view height are relative to the window size or screen size. Here, I make a division and set its width to 50 view width, which will equal 50% of the screen size, and set its height to 20 view height, which will equal 20% of the view height. View minimum and view maximum are also relative to the viewport. View minimum takes the smaller value between the width and height, while view maximum takes the larger value between the width and the height. Here, I make a two division. The first one, I set the width with view width, second with view minimum, and the height with view height and view maximum. In the small screen, both division, the width is less than the height. But when the screen is become wider, the first one, the width will be wider than the height. But the second one keeps its aspect ratio the same, so the width is still less than the height. The last two relative units today are element and root element. These two units are commonly used to set the font size. Element relative to the parent element. If I set that to EM, meaning the double size of the font element of the parent. REM is relative to the root element. If I set to REM, means the double size of the font size of the root element HTML. Here, I want to create an index page and give it a hierarchical font size look from bigger to smaller. I create a header 1 index, then an outer list which contain 3 items, part 1, part 2, part 3. In part 1, I create a nested list which contain also 3 list items, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. In chapter 1, also I create a nested list contain 3 items, topic 1, topic 2, Topic 3. Set the font size of the root element to be 60 pixel. So this header will be 60 pixel. Set the outer list to be 1 rem. So it will be also 60 pixel. Set the list item to be 3/4 of its parent. So this item will be 3/4 of 60 pixel, which will be 45 pixel. The next level will be 3/4 of its parent, so it will be 33 pixel. The next level will be 3/4 of its parent, which will be 25 pixel, and so on. This was the length unit in CSS. Thanks for watching and see you.